Hello, my loyal subscribers, and welcome back to another issue of When the Team Tells You to Get Back. Now, we've got myself and a Wukong, Captain is Charles, completely unintended. Both Charles Martells, we did not plan on running these ships. He just wanted to run his Charles. Cleveland, King George, Heinrich, Tirpitz, and Shikoku as our teammates on Defense of Newport. So, I mean, we've got really good, ships. And some of the chat really gets interesting. And I will put a link to when all that starts happening. Because, I don't anticipate you guys watching the whole video. I don't.
The outer radius of defense is broken, the attack will begin earlier.
I really don't anticipate you guys watching the video. I never have. And for the spawns, it's going to be the 9 line, 8 line, and then, the 1 line. It's very straightforward. And then Romeo will spawn on, well, J4 and 5.
Support ship approaching the second battery line.
That's taking most of the damage, so I'm trying to knock out the faster firing ships to give him cover. We do pick up the Kuma. And we had actually been on this map before, and I think we were both in Catalunas, and we were both going for the same targets. So this time I decided to, when I see what he's firing at, I shoot a different target. And right there they tell us to get back. The one telling us is the Tirpitz.
Attention, destroy all enemy forces before the
I love it. And they say come back, and that is the Heinrich. And they're like, back! I hate players that play so passively. Because you want players out there actually fighting you. Because guess what? That allows you more time to actually complete things. I would have still stayed out. The only thing I would have did differently is I would have stayed, instead of going here, I would have stayed farther to the south. Just cuz. I feel like that would have been a better position. Well, trading those cross shots. The fire is distributed between me and Cap, so it isn't just like one person taking all of it. Both sides will get, people shot at them. So it won't be like I'm taking all the damage while he's just behind me. Start slamming the forward because I know the torps are coming. Cap picks it up. Thank you, Cap.
Torpedoes, direct front.
There's one set.
The ship is on fire.
should have had AP loaded. I made some tiny mistakes. But as you know, Gordan Ramsey says in Hell's Kitchen, you know, I do watch his Hell's Kitchen. I do love Gordan Ramsey. I think he's a great chef. But one of his things he says is that if you get down, you bounce back. The same applies for World of Warships. If you screw up, you find a way to bounce yourself back. You don't just sit down, you bounce back. Okay? I need to bounce back now. I've lost a lot of health, I've screwed up, time to bounce back. Volrom and Rokatsuki have done the same. They've had their off games, and I've seen them bounce back. And right there, the King Gordan is like, 2 cruisers running off is going to screw us over. These battleships don't understand us. They think we're screwing them over. It's just funny and sad. But if you notice, none of these German ships have red tracers coming in. None of them. Turbos doesn't have Luchins, Heinrich doesn't have Luchins. The 2 ships that you need to have Luchins on don't have Luchins on. So, that's like, it's a little worrying. It just it just intrigues me when people tell me that, oh, they're gonna screw us over. They're gonna screw us over. We're gonna lose. When you approach it from that kind of mindset, you might as well not even play ops. Because if you approach ops from that kind of standpoint, and you think you're gonna lose because of few players doing it, there's no point. You shouldn't even be playing ops, let alone randoms. Now, hindsight, I probably should have went around the other side, but, you know, hindsight's 20/20, right? And we unload on the full health DD because more XP, right? We're at 107,000. Caps and I are both at similar damages. I think I'm always a little bit higher than Cap, but not by much. Now you've got 2 railgun heavy 203mm cruisers sitting here waiting to just wreck these 2 cruisers that come out. And remember, me and Cap and Cap's like, we have returned. But we had literally just played this map in double Catalyst. So I was approaching this game from how we had done it last time. As you can tell by just looking at the map, the Cleveland's not really protecting the western side, more in the middle. The battleships aren't in a position to really attack the 9-10 line. Me and Cap just start unloading armor piercing into these cruisers. I mean, these cruisers are screwed. Me and Cap are going to get all the damage. That's just a given. Cap gets a Citadel, and I just kind of miss it. I switched to the Hipper because Cap can finish that off. But Turpitz gets it. I know where the Citadel is. It's literally right in there, and I'm just trying to get my gun locked in to get it. But, I mean, we're still getting damage. That's all that matters. There's a Citadel. There's a nice chunk. Now that we have it locked in, getting the follow-up salvo is easy. Fortunately, we just get over things, right? Isn't that how it always goes? And I'm telling Cap, we're going to the other side. We're running. He goes, we're not going to stay for this? No. Because I tell him to look at the other side. And, you know, he looks and, well, you've got all the battleships and the Cleveland. Everything is literally down here. No one is protecting against the Kitakaze, the Musashi, the Gato, and the Rue. I do drop torps out and pop a reload boost. So I'm like, you know what? Spam them. Maybe we'll get something. Who knows? We do get our rudder knocked out. We have to repair that because we don't have last stand.
Problem solved, sir.
Torps are out. We switch to the GD or XP. We do have armor piercing shells that you did see just fly across there just briefly. Those were Musashi shells shooting at us. Would have been a really nasty way to end the game had Musashi deleted us. Unfortunately, Ibuki just squeezes through there. We get a fire. But unfortunately, Turpitz's fire picks it up. DD shows back up, we switch back to him. We got 3 incapacitations on him. Anything on him now sticks. Fire, gun out, and a fire. And engine and rudder, and all those kind of beautiful things get knocked out. Cap picks him up. I'm not really worried. They're mad. I start turning away because I am low. And I don't want the Musashi to just focus me. I'm trying to get some DCPs on this group so that when those fires hit, and those torps hit, they start doing damage. Cap gets a fire, he DCPs, we switch back to the Kiddo. As you can see, the majority of the team hasn't really left the 9-10. Turpitz does die facing the guy Gneisenau. We get 1 torp on it, that's a flash. And we pick it up on the flash. Well, we're still at 200k plus. 210k plus, yeah. Now there still is that Musashi. We are slightly worried, but we're not totally. Still going after the DD, because that's where all the dock is. even just literally just sitting there spamming 18 to his side because the Masashi isn't shooting him. So there's no point. King George picks up the kill. Now that I know that Nagato's gonna turn. That's just good. Try and get some damage on him. We try to get that DCP off cooldown. DCP goes off cooldown. Now it's just trying to lay in the fires.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
And like 224 and climbing. We get a flood. That's gonna stick on him. But we're gonna double fires, but we end up at 248k. 5 stars. And the guys that travel aren't the ones that died. I pick up C-Star and Assistant. 2 kills. Cap is at 1486. I'm at 1631, and just to rub it in the not the Turpit's face, but the King George's face, I sent him a message afterwards. It's like, who was on top? Just to kind of rub it in he was already mad. I never did get a reply from the dude, because it's like, Screw us over? Who's on top? Well, we're on top because we actually went out and fought. Everyone else is just literally down. Turpitz did good, but he's the only one that came out at the very end. But as you can see, everyone that stayed inside the base, it's just... The only reason Turpitz got us because he actually came out. If he had stayed in, odds are he would have been down a little bit lower. But you see, just after that, it just starts going down, down, and down. Going out is the only way to play this map. Unless you're in an Atlantico, and then you can just sit broadside. Same with the Turpitz, but you got to be at the very edge of the repair circle. So your secondaries are actually shooting like out as far as they can. That's the other way to do it. But not many players will play that way. It's the recommended way, though. But the more professional way is to actually go outside of the repairs of the perimeter. We did get about a 400k credit plus and a decent amount of free XP. So it was not a bad game. I mean, team score, we outsmarted, and I just love it when people tell me to get back. I really do love that. I think it's just funny.